Hey y'all, welcome to the Mental Performance Playbook brought to you by The Athlete's Health. My name is Gabe Rummel, founder of The Athlete's Health, creator of its mental phronoic gym of mental exercise progressions, and podcast host for our Mental Performance Playbook right here. Now, usually we bring you actionable exercises that you can add on top of your sports, on your athletics, week in, week out to level up your game. And this week, we are doing something a little bit different. Of course, this is a business, right? And we keep growing it, keep scaling it, keep getting it out in the community. And with that comes sometimes pitch competitions. Think about that good old Shark Tank, right? Think about delivering your all to the people. And we got a couple of these coming up that we're getting into, a few business conferences and then some pitches that go with it. It was only fitting for us to give the podcast listeners, show them, a little bit different side besides just the mental exercises all the time, but more on what we are doing, where this is going, how we're really trying to help out the area. So we have a 3-minute pitch that we are going to be delivering in this episode here. You can walk along through it with us. And just to note, any business mentors, any people out there, have a little business experience, some pitching experience. I've done a few pitches, I think 1 or 2 maybe. I had some really good practice, some really good help, but I'm always looking for more critique, more criticism, more ways to get better. So if you know someone, share this with them. If you think they could help it out, help me out, help out the business, as I have some people helping me out, growing the team, trying to spread that awareness and just help out the up and coming athletes level up their game, handle the pressure and confidence for both sports and life. But with all that said, let's dive into this 3-minute pitch. Best exercise I can give you for this week is performing practice is what I call it. You gotta practice just as much, if not harder and better than what you would actually do when you perform, when you go do your performance. If you do that, then you didn't even hold anything back. So that's what we're doing here with this presentation and this pitch for you. The due date got pushed back a little bit, so I get to practice it a little bit more. I get a little help from the pitch and the conference themselves, the people there themselves, so I can really ensure that I'm bringing my best ability for this. But like I said, so I'm going to maybe be reading off a script here a little bit, and it might not be perfect, but hopefully you get a little more backstory, you get a little more understanding of the athlete's health, where we are sitting and where we are going, where we are leveling up those next ceilings we are breaking through. So let's check this pitch out. All right, and this is our home screen for that pitch, the first screen that people see when we walk in. So let's get right into the pitch. Let me click right here. We're on. Simone Biles, one of the greatest athletes ever, stepped away from the Olympics not because of an injury, but because of the mental game. Now, 1 in 4 youth face depressive episodes. 85% of high-performing athletes experience anxiety before their performances, and 90% of Olympians credit mental coaching as part of their success. So why do we train the body so much, but not the mind? Now, during COVID, I got seriously sick, hospitalized with heart attacks, put on bed rest, you name it. But I was like a zombie. I could not move the left side of my face, and you could see this. Everyone could see it. But I have lost friends and family and teammates to mental battles that no one could see. It was like a ghost haunting them until it was too late. And that is really when I realized that we treat the breakdown, but we do not train the mind until now. And that is when I created the Athlete's Health, founded it, and created the Phronoic Gym inside of it, which is like a mental training platform built like for strength training, but for the mind. Athletes train the physical side every day, and we add the mental reps on top of it. It's real exercises, real application, and real progress. We work right alongside the parents, the coaches, helping the athletes handle the pressure in both their sports and their life. Pro athletes have this, and college is picking it up rapidly. But our youth, they're under the same pressure now, but they do not have any of the tools, any of the exercises to handle it, right? Physically, they have the strength coaches, and if they get hurt, they go to a doctor. But mentally, they only get help when they're already struggling. And that is not training, that's reacting. And what we are doing is coaching before that breakdown. Now we are in the perfect time for this. The youth market, sport market is about to grow from 30 billion from last year up to 77 billion by 2027. And half of that is in the coaching and development of the athlete. Here, right in the state of Iowa, we are a top 3 state in the youth participation. So this is a perfect time and a perfect place for us to help athletes out one-on-one or in the team coaching, where we can help them with the confidence and handling pressure, but ultimately make them feel better and smile more. Now we are scaling our business and our online mental gym, trying to build a team and have other coaches under the athlete's health so we can keep helping more athletes and teams and organizations and everything that we make, even with the 5x revenue that we have had thus far and getting up to 10x by the end of the year. 100% we'll have to be doing that. It is all reinvested into our marketing, into our media, into our systems development, and having more help hired for us to help us out at the Athlete's Health. Now, my name is Gabe Rummel, the founder of the Athlete's Health, where we have built the team and we're building the team and we are building the movement, creating the movement, and once last time, building TAH Titans, one athlete at a time. Well, stumbled through that a little bit. Obviously got to practice it a little bit more, but I really wanted to share that. That's what we've been kind of working on lately. In addition to just coaching the teams that we're working with, the organizations that we're working with, the one-on-one athletes that we're working with, have a lot going on. The growing is happening. And it's a little bit hard to get the podcast in, but we are getting them in, whatever it takes, so we can keep spreading out these messages, getting the mental exercises out for people in these episodes so they can just go take them and use them, have more trust in us, and then eventually work with us, right? When that season comes around or when it's preseason, hit us up. Otherwise, check out any of our free exercises online. Check out our Mental Phronoic Strength Finder. Take that little 20 questionnaire. It's like the 20 question game, and see your strengths, see some of the areas where we could even improve and strengthen even more and level up that mental game. But once again, thanks for supporting the Athlete's Health and checking out our mental performance playbook. My name is Gabe Rummel, and I will catch you next week. Peace.